Hey everybody! So somebody is finally back in Brisbane. She's no longer in Singapore. Well, she's trying to face reality, but in fact, she's still like having a withdrawal syndrome. So yeah. But hi everybody! I'm back in Brisbane and I'm like trying to get in the groove of like continuing on with my last month of my second last semester. No, sorry, my last month of my second last semester of my final year. So yeah, it's almost done. I'm almost done with my uni. It's a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, I'm more like looking forward to actually working already because I don't know, I'm sick and tired of doing assignments that actually don't make sense and they're just asking questions that actually don't, I don't know, like they don't even help at all. Like in the future, I don't think they will actually like ask these sorts of question in the real life. So I have no idea when. That's the reason why I don't really like uni these days because like as I grow up, I kind of understand more like okay, uni is pretty much like I don't know, it's crap, but you have to do it because you have to get that that sheet of paper and say like yeah, I graduated with a degree. So life nowadays. But anyway, yeah, so it's been an incredible ride for me, like during the Singapore Grand Prix week. Yeah, during the Singapore Grand Prix week, like I've had so much fun and like I don't know, thanks to all of you, like to those who actually like came over to my Marshall post at times and say hi to me and also to those who actually spend time with me like during the week, I would say. Like you guys have made my Singapore Grand Prix week like absolutely epic. Like this is the best I've ever had as compared to like 2015. So I can't wait for more and it's good because like every time like I mean so far like since last year, since I started marshalling, it's like I have the best of both worlds. It's like you get to marshal and at the same time you get to spend like like some quality time with your friends and these friends are actually F1 fans. So it's kind of different as compared to spending time with your normal friends because I mean if you share the same passion and the same interest, then I don't know, the moments are usually very magical. So yeah. So today it's gonna be kind of different. So I mean today instead of like giving a roundup video, I'll actually be talking about my Singapore Grand Prix week, I suppose, and also talking about the drivers, I would say, because like I thought of something a bit worthy to talk about. So sit back and enjoy, but at the same time, yeah, I wish that this marshalling journey can always go on, but well, marshalling is actually like a volunteering thing, so actually you're not paid for it. So if I actually like go for every race to marshal, I wouldn't even have enough cash and you don't get income from that. So I'll be broke by the end of the trip actually. So I don't know, but what gets me coming back for more marshalling is because of the fact that you have like friends along the way, meet with friends along the way, and you actually have like the closest track action as possible because like even though nothing happens at your sector, at least you can be on the track and like I don't know. For me, I was a track marshal this year again. Like as I had like I was in the same position in the Australian Grand Prix, so I did manage to collect some debris. Well, but it wasn't on TV. So if you guys were asking like, "Hey, were you on TV?" or blah blah blah, blah, no, nothing happened. Like nothing happened in my sector at all. It was like I don't know. It was always so close yet so far because like when Jensen stopped his car, it was actually just in front of us, and that was yeah, he stopped his car in practice one on Friday. That was he stopped like close to the pit entry. We were situated opposite the pit entry. We were at turn 22. So well, nothing happened, so I couldn't go and try and push like Jensen Button's car. And another fact is that when Romain Grosjean actually slid at turn 23-ish, he was too far as well because like I mean so close yet so far because you could see like him like like sliding through the gravel, but then like we were like, oh man, it's not our turn again. So I don't know if that's good or bad. in a good sense is that, I get to enjoy the race on TV, as in, because there was a screen like nearby our post, so we actually managed to catch like the entire race without any disturbances. But at the same time, it's like, as a marshal, I'm like, damn it, I want to do something, I want to like be as close as possible to like touching any of the car parts, or like, like, say like, okay, I can't say hi to the drivers, but like some eye contact at least. But that didn't happen again. But then again, I'll keep trying. Maybe, who knows, like the Australian Grand Prix in 2017, if I marshal, that is, then maybe it might happen somehow. But anyhow, so that's the end of my martial journey for 2016, unfortunately. So it's sad. I can't believe it. If only Malaysia is actually like. But yeah, actually, I should have considered Malaysia, but then again, because like I didn't think that the Malaysian Grand Prix will actually clash with my holidays, so it's kind of last minute thing. So if I would have known that, I would have actually like applied for Malaysia, and maybe I could have been a marshal again. So it'd be like 2 races in a row. Okay, but anyway, enough of my marshal fanatism. So yeah, so today I'm actually gonna talk about like the drivers that I've met and like my impression of them actually. So I'm sure you guys have already seen like photos going on on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, that I've met like plenty of people around. And well, that's special thanks to Terrence, like my sort of like, my bro, my Ferrari F1 bro, who actually like follows like all this, like he has like all the secret info that he finds out like on the day itself. So if you guys actually ask like, oh, where can we find the drivers? Where do you see the drivers? And blah blah blah. I'm not gonna tell you that, because like, I've already like sworn off my life. Nah, just kidding. Well, but yeah, I mean like I've already like formed like a pact with him. So it's like, he just brings me there, and I don't. I promise him that I won't tell anybody, like, anybody or anyone on where these drivers are. And yeah, I mean, it's a respect of privacy as well. So yeah, I hope you guys understand that. So yeah. But yeah, I've met a lot of people along the way this year. I think more than what I've seen like last year. So yeah. So I've met like the Ferrari crew, like mainly like Jock Clear, Stefania, and Maurizio. Of course, Jock Clear is a very friendly guy. We managed to actually talk to him for a very long time. I think the longest out of all the Ferrari crew that I've met. So he's British, so I didn't really. I mean, like, he's British, so he should be friendly, and he is friendly. So he managed to like stop by, and like, and then we spotted him. So it's like we asked him for a picture, and then but instead of just a picture, he actually stopped by and talked to us a bit. Like talking about some friendly stuff, like, I don't know, like talking about some Ferrari stuff, and like he kind of mentioned that. Yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, anyway. So it's good to actually talk to him. And then like Stefania, I didn't really talk to her, but she's always been a friendly lady. Like, I've seen her like last year too, and it's like I took a picture of her last year, but I didn't take with her this year, because like she seems to be always in a rush mood, so it's like I didn't want to like interfere with her. So yeah, I left her alone. Kind of left her alone this time round. But she's always so friendly. Like, every time like I wave to her and say hi, and she'll be like, she's so friendly, as compared to Maurizio though, because Maurizio was like, I mean, her husband was like kinda, I don't know, he was kinda rude somehow, but then I kinda understand that, because that he has that Italian mafia, like look in him, so maybe he has to keep to his persona or something like that. But anyhow, so I saw him, that was the first time I see him this year, so it's like, I thought that, okay, maybe I should ask him for a picture, but then like, like, it's so intimidating. He looks so intimidating. So it's like, for me to actually approach him to ask for a picture, I was like a bit like, I usually don't get so intimidated, because like usually I'll just be like, okay, just get this over with. It's just like one picture, and then like, they won't remember you forever. So it's like, just ask it and then take a picture, and that's it. Memory solved, and moments solved. But then it's like, so I went to ask him, And then like he said like he gave me the reason like, oh it's because I'm not wearing my Ferrari tee yet, so later. So it's like, and then I was like, okay, just because you're wearing a Ferrari tee, then that kind of means that I can't take a picture of you, like seriously. But okay, so I understood that, but in the end I didn't take a picture with him because like, you know, I had to like rush off for my martial speed test on Thursday, so too bad. But oh well, I'm so glad that my friends actually managed to take a picture with him at the end of the day. So that's good because they are actually Ferrari fans. So yep. And then like I actually made, you know, like after knowing that Felipe Massa is like retiring at the end of this year, and then like Jenson Button is actually taking his sabbatical like, you know, next year as well. So I thought that I actually made like some cards for them, but unfortunately I didn't manage to pass it to them personally, so I had to pass for Felipe Massa's, but I was glad that I actually passed it to this guy. He looked friendly and somehow he seemed like the one that I could trust, so I kind of gave it to him. I passed it to him, Williams F1 crew. So he was quite I don't know, he was quite cheerful about it. He was like, oh okay, I'll pass it to him when I head to the garage or something like that. So I was quite happy. I think I could trust the card in his hands. And he even took a picture of me with the card, just like, I don't know what's that for, but maybe because like he wanted to, you know, like show Felipe that this card is from me or something like that. So I kind of appreciate the effort in there. I mean, at the end of the day, if he doesn't like see the picture, you know, at least, you know, the card has been passed on somehow, I hope. So I hope Felipe Massa has seen the card. So it's not exactly the best because I only spent like an hour doing it, and that hour is like during, you know, my sleeping time. But yeah, I just did it anyway. Same goes to Jenson Button's card. Jenson Button, I passed it to one of the McLaren crew as well. He was in a rush, but better now or never. I was thinking like better now or never. If I didn't pass it to him, then I wouldn't be able to pass to any of the McLaren crew, like, you know, during the weekend anymore, because I will no longer be, you know, there as a fan. I'll be there as a marshal already, so I have like different responsibilities to take. So yeah, so I managed to pass the cards. I just hope that they like it, and I hope that, you know, the details of the card actually stick in place. I hope that none of that actually dropped out. Oh well, the glue that I have is kind of sucky, so but it's too bad because I did it at the last minute, so like I didn't actually have time to like go to, you know, like the bookstore to get like better glue to actually do it on the spot. So but anyhow, so I actually met like plenty of drivers. Like the first day I actually started my F1 week. My F1 week was on Tuesday. We were supposed to be on the hunt for Felipe Massa at that time, but he I don't know, he wasn't around, I guess. Like so after like seeing that, oh, we can't meet any other drivers, so we actually like, me and my friends actually like parted ways. And then like, well, lo and behold, while I was actually waiting for the taxi, which I was thinking like, why is the taxi taking so long to actually arrive, I spotted Valtteri Bottas and his physios. But anyhow, so I spotted him, and it was funny because like I was waiting at the taxi stand, and then he was like, just walking by with his physio, and I was like looking at him, and I was like, he looks familiar. And then like Valtteri was like looking at me, like glancing at my way, and like I think he was like hinting something like, do you want a picture? Do you want a picture? Do you want a picture? Or something. And I don't know. I'm just like, that was what was going on in my mind. So I was like, but you know, like to me, it's like, damn it, there are too many Westerners around like during the Singapore Grand Prix period. So it's like I didn't want to like mistake him as, you know, like somebody else or whatever. So I was like, okay, wait, but it looks like him, and there's another guy beside him, so it could be his physio. So I was like, so I kind of approached him like slowly at the back, and then I called, like I did a name call testing, like Valtteri. And then like he was like, then he turned back, and then I was like, Valtteri, can I actually take a picture with you? And yes, that's it. He's always been a friendly guy. So I mean, he definitely talks more than Kimi, because like I've seen Kimi before as well. At the Australian Grand Prix this year, but I didn't actually see him. But you know, I saw him from a distance, so I kind of know that okay, Kimi is not really the guy who really likes to talk a lot. So Valtteri, on the other hand, is a really very friendly lad, and then like he kind of talked to me a bit, and then I got a photo with him, and then yeah, I kind of congratulated him on, you know, his marriage and stuff like that. So yep. And then like after that, suddenly I saw Danny Kvyat like running across me because he's on his job apparently. Just like the same position I was in like last year, because last year I saw Danny Kvyat as well. He was also jogging with his physio. But you know, like after like the bad encounter I had last year of Danny Kvyat, because he was a bit rude to me, like he was saying, when I asked him like, sorry, can I have a photo with you? And he was like, no, 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 no. And yeah, it kind of broke my heart a little at the time, because he was actually the first driver I asked for a photo last year. So you know, to me it was like I was on the verge of giving up really, because I didn't it was like me hitting into reality, because it's like knowing like, oh okay, not all drivers are actually like smiley, you know, like happy and smiley, like, you know, behind the media. So it seems like they actually have two split personalities. Okay, not two split personalities, but you know, like rather they have like different personalities, like in front of the media and like, you know, like behind it. So that's the reason why I created this video, because it's just me like speaking honestly on like the drivers who actually, you know, like behave the same in the media and out of it, or like, you know, they have like completely different attitudes and behaviors. So Danny Kvyat, I think, is one of them. But again, he's Russian, so yeah. So maybe it's because like he is the first Russian I actually encounter, because like, I mean, not as a F1 driver, as a Russian. So it's like, maybe to me I was like, okay, I was a bit shocked, because like I didn't think that Russians can actually be that rude. I'm not trying to be stereotypical here, but you know. So yeah, but this time he actually like, he was rude again. He was like, oh yeah, sure. Just quickly take a picture, and then yeah, he was just like that. He was like, okay, sure. And then like I was like, okay, shit. Okay, and then I was like, and the worst part is because I kind of updated my iPhone to the latest iOS 10 at the time. So I was like, shit, I wasn't used to like the phone feature at that time. So I was like, oops, wrong camera function. So I had to like, it took me a few seconds, and that few seconds was really like an agony to me, because I was afraid that, you know, Danny Kvyat might change his mind and be like, okay, I can't wait for you anymore, I'll just run away or something like that, you know. But fortunately, he actually did wait. But yeah, I was smiling so widely, and then like Danny Kvyat was just like stoning at there. So well, that's just me, and that's just Danny Kvyat. But oh well. But at least I did manage to take a picture with him this year. So if he isn't gonna be a F1 driver next year, or if I see him again, you know, next year, I don't think, maybe I won't approach him anymore, because like, you know, I don't want to like mess with him or like be on his wrong foot, stuff like that. So but yeah, too bad. So then after that, I met like several other people, like Grosjean. I met him last year as well. He's French, so I'm not trying to stereotype again, but you know, Grosjean is one of the guys that I didn't really think that he will actually, you know, be. He has like such a wide personality gap. Like, you know, he looks always so smiley in pictures, right? Pictures and like even, I don't know, like pictures and like interviews, he looks so smiley and stuff like that. But when I actually approach him, like, you know, like every time I approach him, it's, I don't know, he changes like immediately. Or maybe it's because I'm Asian, so I don't know, maybe he actually treats Asians and Westerners differently, because, you know, as an Asian, sometimes you kind of feel like, you know, some Westerners don't really like you that much. It's not kind of the kind of, it's just the kind of feeling where you feel like, you know, you just have that personal feeling where you feel like, okay, maybe he might not like me because I'm an Asian, or you know, somehow, because like, you know, some people, I mean, you wouldn't know. To them, maybe they think like, okay, I'm just doing it as a F1 driver or as a celebrity. I just have to do it because like she's a fan, or like he's a fan. But you know, personally, he might think like, you know, like, oh, I hate Asians, I don't really like Asians, why is she like why is she asking for a picture with me and stuff like that. So it's just a dilemma of a Asian fan, and I think it's kind of different as well. Like I see like, you know, some people having pictures with, you know, the drivers, and the drivers seem happier to take pictures with them, whereas like for the case of Asians, it seems different. So I can see the division over there. So, but Grosjean is like, okay, I took a picture with him, and the picture seems okay, like for, you know, like for 2015 and 2016. It's just that you just can feel the tension in the air. Like you can feel like, oh, he actually didn't really want it, but he just did it because, like, oh well, as a celebrity, so I had to do it, and then I had to give my wife a smile, so my reputation won't be ruined somehow. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, that's what I felt about Grosjean. And unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but I've seen him like the most times like this year, and I'm like thinking like, damn, what is it Grosjean? I want it to be like Sebastian, or I want it to be like Jenson Button or Felipe Massa, like at least I can take a picture with them before they leave F1. And yet, like, I keep seeing Grosjean, and I'm like, what the fuck? Or like, even Daniel, yeah, Daniel is one of the sweetest guy ever. Like, this is my first time meeting him, and I'm like, falling in love with his personality. Like, he is really extra friendly, like, ultra friendly. Like, like, I knew he was in a rush to actually get to like this event on that day, but he knowing that he kind of saw me, and then he was like saying, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I can take a picture with you. Like, even though he was in a rush, I was like, oh, that kind of personality, oh, it just melted my heart. So yeah, so rest assured, guys, Daniel is really nice, like on and off the media as always. So I just it's so nice. I just wish that he's actually like, I don't know, like my bro or something. Not bro in like relative sense, but you get what I mean. So so after that, I kind of met the other Germans as well. Hulkenberg. I'll talk about Sebastian later. I met Hulkenberg, Pascal over line. I didn't meet Nico Rosberg, but last year's experience with him was good. He was really very friendly. He was nice to me, and he was like, and his hair. But okay, anyway. So yeah, but he was really nice. Nico Rosberg is nice. Nico Hulkenberg is also nice, I would say. So two of the Nicos are already off the list. They are very nice. Verline is a bit rude, considering he's like, he's only a driver for Manor Racing, and considering he's just a driver for Manor Racing, and yet he's so rude. Like he was blatantly rude. It's not even rude like in the sense that maybe it's just his personality, but like I don't think you deserve to be this rude to like your fans. Like at least you have fans, for goodness sake. Like can you imagine if you don't have fans, like like going up to you and asking for a photo? So it's like I asked him for a photo, and he was staring at me with his dead eyes, like like those deadly eyes. I was like, wow, okay, this was even worse than me asking Danny Kvyat for a photo. At least Danny Kvyat is like, he was kind of honest about it. But Pascal Wehrlein is like, he has that silent death stare, and he was like looking at you, and it's like, yep. Yeah, he just did that. So that was the worst encounter ever. Because like, if I won't understand if you're like maybe like you're driver who has like, I don't know, championships and stuff like that, like like you're way over the top, and like you're of such high grade that that you have to like act like so nonsensical and be like, yep, I'm so badass, like nope, I'm not supposed to take picture of everybody. But then he was just a Manor driver, for goodness sake. Like seriously, Pascal, that encounter actually made me like not dislike him a bit already, because like usually his first impression, so it's like my first impression of him was like down the drain. So for me, I think I would rather like meet like I would rather have like Esteban Ocon to actually like rise up for Manor, or like go to other teams instead of like him going already. Although he is good and stuff like that, but still I hate that encounter. So I'm so sorry, Pascal, but that was how you actually like made me feel that day. So it was like, yep, whatever. I met Max Verstappen as well. Max Verstappen is dead. So Max Verstappen was surprisingly very, very nice. Although like he seems to be like a bit I don't know, annoying in front of the media. Maybe it's because he's trying to change somehow. I'm not sure, but he was very nice to me. Even though like, or maybe it's because I was wearing a Red Bull tee, so maybe he was friendly to me at that time. But I don't know. But it was good to actually meet him. He's a nice lad, although I don't really like him. But like first impression wise, I kind of like him at the end of the day. So you see, there's such a difference. It's like between Pascal and Max, at least it's like, Max, I didn't really like Max to begin with, but then like after meeting him, it's like I feel a bit more forgiving on the side. Like, okay, at least he's a nice guy, like, off the media, and like, even though he's annoying to me and like sometimes he can act a bit childish or like a bit immature on the media, at least, he's nice to his fans, so that's good. But Pascal, on the other hand, okay, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore because it pisses the shit out of me. So yeah. So yeah. So the Red Bulls are done. I met Perez. Perez is a very nice guy, and I've seen him like being so nice to like even not to his fans, but like to other F1 fans, and he's a very nice guy. He kind of reminds me of Ricardo in some sense. It's just that he has the Mexican vibe, I think. So, and yeah, so comparing Pascal Wehrlein and even like Gutierrez, Esteban Gutierrez. Esteban Gutierrez is in a new team, but he has been reputed as a Ferrari Academy driver because he was he played a role in Ferrari like during the years that he wasn't in F1. So meeting Esteban Gutierrez, of course, Esteban Gutierrez was way better than Pascal Wehrlein, and for me, I'm like, yeah, again, come on, Pascal Wehrlein, can you just like suck it up and like be more friendly towards people, like seriously. So then I kind of met Raikkonen. I just saw him like because I understand his situation. So he kind of just landed, and then like I saw him. So I didn't want to actually approach him, but I saw Mintu as well. So I'm quite surprised to actually see Kimi Raikkonen holding hands with Mintu Bertanen. Oh, so sweet. It's like relationship goals. Okay, never mind. But the two of them were holding hands, and then like at least they smiled at us in some sense, like because I think they kind of understood that we were quite understanding fans. Like we only look at them at a distance instead of like swarming them and be like, oh hi, can we get an autograph? Can we get an autograph? Can we like have a selfie? Blah 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 blah. But we didn't, so we kind of understood that, So I guess he kind of nodded in approval or some sense. So yeah, I kind of saw him then. I saw him another time like when he actually went to he was on the way to the track, and another time when he was returning to the hotel from the track. So yeah, so it was good. Like, I've seen him like 3 times, so at least I saw him 3 times, as many times as Romain Grosjean. So it kind of makes up for it. It kind of balances it up. Yep. And then I did a track walk on Thursday because I'm entitled to as a marshal. So yeah, I kind of did a track walk around, and then I kind of saw Felipe Nasr. Nezer, I didn't really talk much to him, so I cannot really like judge him and stuff like that. But he's nice. He's on the same level as Carlos Sainz, I would say, because Carlos Sainz also I didn't really talk to him. Same goes to Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen is also like one of those drivers I didn't really talk about, but he was way friendlier than Jolyon Palmer. Can you imagine that? Because like I thought Brits would be friendly, but apparently this Jolyon Palmer is a bit out of his world also. Maybe he was thinking like, oh, it's because like just because and I was thinking like just because you're in Renault doesn't mean you're the best driver. You don't have to like like have your nose so high and like treat all your fans like shit. Okay, I'm not his fan, but I didn't wear any team clothes on that day. So and I was wearing a Michelin tee, for goodness sake. Even the Renault team crew actually noticed it, and they were like, oh, she's wearing a Michelin t-shirt, a French t-shirt. And then like he still treats me like shit. Like seriously, man. I know I'm Asian, but I hate it when people actually treat me like shit. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I don't know how to speak English. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean that I'm yellow, but doesn't mean that I'm an alien or something, Seriously, I'm so pissed. So it's like, Jordan Palmer is also one of them that I don't really like now. So it's like, even if he doesn't make it like next year, in F1, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, you deserve it anyway. So I was like, yeah, I know I'm being mean, but it's because I've already met these drivers, and I think I'll have the best experience because I'm an Asian. So I'm sure that the drivers will always treat all the Westerners very well because, they are related somehow. But for me, it's because I'm Asian, so I can see through my eyes, like, which drivers are actually genuine and which drivers are not. So Jolyon is not really good as well, so I'm kind of pissed with that. I saw Rio Haryanto, which was a surprise because I didn't think he would actually be in Singapore, although he's a reserve driver. So I was kind of happy. So I managed to like see him and like wish him all the best again and wish him all the best for his future motorsport journey. So I hope I hope he actually finds a way to actually get back to an international motorsport instead of like like sitting by the back seat and not doing anything. So all the best, Rio. You're a really very 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 pleasant guy. But oh well, too bad. I just wish that Rio Haryanto was actually racing in at the Marina Bay Street Circuit and Sepang, because at least that is close to his home and he get to like bring glory to the Southeast Asians and the Indonesians. But oh well, like I say, good things always never can come to an all good things never last forever. So unless like you live in a fairy tale world or something. So yep. The last one I actually met, no, the last two I actually met was Karen Chandok and Paul Di Resta. They're nice guys. I couldn't judge them as well because like I was just like asking them for those bonus pictures, because I just approached them and be like, oh yeah, can I have a picture of you? And then like it's just like sort of my bucket list thing, like to take as many pictures with as many drivers as possible, even if it's the former drivers, the reserve drivers, or like the current drivers or whatever. To me, as a fan, I feel like any driver that comes in my way is still a F1 driver, so I'll just try my best to actually take a picture with them and make them feel welcome to Singapore for the Singapore Grand Prix. So that's about it for today, I guess. I think it's gonna be it's super long because like we talk about all the drivers that I met. So I'm sorry for extending it for too long. And for those who actually like watched the previous video, I did mention that I'm supposed to come up with something different for the Singapore Grand Prix. A video on something different about the Singapore Grand Prix, but I didn't actually make that happen because I was really really very busy. So I didn't actually come up with that. But for those who actually like on Facebook, you guys can add me up on Facebook. I'll probably post every photo that I have of the Singapore Grand Prix by tonight. So, and my Snapchat videos are there for those who actually didn't add me up during the Singapore Grand Prix week. So feel free to actually look through it at your disposal. So I'll put up the link at the bottom, but that's about it. So maybe I'll create maybe I'm just saying maybe I might create a video on the pre-Malaysian Grand Prix, but that depends on my schedule because I'm quite busy catching up on my studies. But other than that, so I'll see you guys next week after the Malaysian Grand Prix, probably. So bye. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though, and I'm sorry for ranting so much, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. And I did notice that I've been talking like pretty messed up words because like some of them are like I was talking too fast as usual, so I kind of clashed the words together. So I do apologize, but as always, I'm too lazy to edit the video or like take again and again and again, because I believe that if I keep retaking a video, a shot, then it's not gonna be as natural as it is. So I hope you guys appreciate that. So anyhow, see you. Bye.